Editing JT here. This is the Delaware video where I tell you about how I handled my 100-day million-meter challenge and sleeping in cars, a mad scramble for shoes, and a bit more. Here we go. All right, hey everyone, I am in Delaware. Just got out of my mastermind that I'm attending with Paul and Melissa Pruitt and getting ready to do a 5K to the restaurant that we're meeting at. So the thought process here is 5K to the restaurant, 5K back to my car. That'll take care of the 10K for the day. And so there's a whole lot of awesomeness going on, a whole lot of things to talk about this week related to all the decision making around this project, around the 100-day million-meter challenge. Let me cross the road here safely. And then I also need to talk about this yurt. I brought up a yurt last week that I'm staying in this week, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So I'll have some video for you on that later. But in the meantime, I want to talk with you about the challenge that I'm facing. I mentioned this in last week's video. So right now, everyone is off to the restaurant, and they're just gonna go chill. Technically, the food doesn't start for just a little bit over an hour, and I would really like to be with them right now because I freaking love being with people and hanging out with people and just sharing and enjoying. But I've got this challenge, and this challenge is really important to me. So I looked at where our event is versus where the restaurant is. And it's 2.8 miles, about 10% short, right? It's gonna be about 10% short of what I would need to walk there and walk back to hit my 10K for the day. And so there's too many solutions to that small of a problem. If you've only got 10% more to go, that means you've only got 1,000 more meters to walk. So I will either take care of that this evening after I get back to the yurt, which is in the middle of this gorgeous state park, and that's probably going to be my plan. Anyway, if you're choosing a challenge, whatever that challenge might be, then make a decision that, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen. And I have no clue how loud that train sound is for you right now. For me right now, to take, I don't know, 45, since it's 10% short, about 45 minutes to walk to the restaurant, no problem. No problem. It's gorgeous out. This is easy. This is, now that I've made a decision, this is easy. So anyway, I'm gonna get some walking done. I'm gonna walk a little bit faster than normal because I do really want to be with people. I'll be back a little bit later. All right, hey, good morning everyone. It is my last day here in Delaware, and I realized I need to get you guys some pictures and some video of this yurt. So let's go check it out. All right, so there it is. This is in the middle of Lum's Pond State Park, and it's got this nice deck out here, little picnic table, and it's even got a kayak. So this kayak comes with the yurt rental. So I did not get to use it because I was too busy having super awesome fun with all of the people I was meeting at the mastermind I was at. And then here's the entrance. So I got to go punch in this combo code really fast and get inside. And ta-da! So let's go from left to right here. So I just walked in the door there, got an electrical receptacle and a little bit of table and chairs. And as we come around the corner here, you can see a heater. Now, I gotta tell you, there's a little story around the heater, and not the greatest one. But anyway, let's just say the heater doesn't work. I'll come back to that. No, let's talk about that now. So I got to Delaware, and I knew that the low in the evenings was going to be 50-ish. And so I took my sleeping bag liner, and I knew that, hey, everything's going to be fine. This yurt's got a heater. We're all good. So anyway, the very first night I actually slept really well until about 4:30 or 5 in the morning. And of course, that's when it is the coldest. And I woke up and I knew there was no way that I was going to be able to like warm up enough again to get back to sleep. And so I popped out to the car. I popped out to the car. I took my pillows, I took my sleeping bag liner, I grabbed my keys, I went out to the car, and I started it up, turned on the heater, and was blissfully asleep again. And slept for another hour and a half. So it was awesome, and that worked out really well. So that was night one. So that means that day after that happened, I went to Walmart and I bought two fleece blankets. I went and bought 2 fleece blankets, and the next night was a little bit warmer, and the fleece blankets worked really well. So I had a great sleep that night. And then the third night, the temperature actually dropped. And so again, with the sleeping bag liner and with the fleece blankets, I woke up again at about 4:30 or 5 in the morning. It was cold, and so I went and headed back out to the car, turned it on, turned the heater on. Everything was great. Slept another about hour and a half, and everything worked out really, really well. So anyway, that's the story with the heater. Now let's get back to it. All right, so there's the heater, and then here's the bed. Here's the bed, and so it's obviously a bunk bed. The bottom is reasonably big. Believe it or not, I think that bottom's a queen. I don't know what you call the smaller ones, if that's a full or a double or a twin. And then when you come over here, you see this. This is actually an air conditioner. So in the summer, when it's warm here, there's an air conditioner that works here. And then from there, they have a couch. There's my backpack. And then you come around the corner here, and here's everything that powers it all, along with a handy dandy little fire canister for some kind of fire. So anyway, this was really cool. Another really neat thing about this, if we pan up here, is it does have a light and a fan and a extremely clear plastic dome. There's a dome over the top of there. And so if it's raining, the rain just hits the dome and falls on down and goes on down the roof, but it allows you to see out at night, get light during the day, and see stars. And so anyway, the yurt was really cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the quick tour of the yurt. Okay, see you on a little bit. This is the road that I walked on. I don't have a whole lot of footage of me doing my 10,000 meters here, although I did do it every day. There is one day that I did it during the day on the main roads, but then this place was so nice and so quiet, honestly, that I would come here and do it at night. A lot of these are lit up with nice, soft LED lighting and decorated. And this loop is 1.2 kilometers. This loop's 1.2 kilometers. So that's how I knew how much I was doing each night. And so 9 loops would be 10.8. 9 loops would be 10.8 kilometers. And then there's the yurt. All right, so I mentioned at the very beginning of the video that there were a couple more issues that I had to deal with, and one of them was scrambling to find shoes. I just finally wore out a pair of shoes while I was in Delaware, and I could just tell again, kind of like during my first week, that I was starting to run into blister issues, and I really wanted to make sure that I didn't get stopped in Delaware from my feet because I didn't have access to a rower where I could continue to take care of my meters. So I went and pulled up Google Maps, looked for a couple shoe places, and I went And finally, I found a pair of shoes. And it was actually amazing because once I bought those shoes and switched out from my old shoes, I threw them away and then put on these new ones. Within an hour, like literally within an hour, my feet felt amazing again. So don't forget how important it is to have good shoes that are not worn down, and shoes literally wear out. And so you've got to make sure that your shoes are serving you and not actually causing problems for you. All right. So that was one of the problems that we solved. And here's the second one. I had started this over a week prior, and I had been doing 10K or more per day since the start. And I'm just going to tell you, I was getting tired. I was getting tired. This cumulative effect of doing this 10K every day, especially in a different time zone, not eating quite as much because of how I'm eating right now. Separate topic, separate video. And I was getting tired. So I actually did my 10K every day until the last travel day, until the travel day of heading home. And then I took the next day after I got back in Vail, I took that day off as well. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that I was short 20,000 meters. I was short 20,000 meters at that point. So how did I handle that? Well, that's going to be the topic of the next video, as well as give you an update for where I'm at, how things are going, how many meters I've got, have I caught up from those 20,000 meters, how much weight I've lost, and more. So, okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.